Okay, so I have something I want to share with you guys. And I'm very proud of myself for wanting to share this. It's very big of me. You know how in my last video I was talking about, like, was that my last one? Last one, the one before that, I don't know. I feel like I've said it a few times. I'm very clear on the path that I'm on and what I'm meant to be doing with my purpose. But I don't know, when it comes to these videos, I don't know exactly what to do, see, even trying to explain it, I don't know how to put it into words, but I'm trying to find my style of expressing myself through these videos, right? Anyways, so I had a moment of clarity earlier this morning. I was listening to this tarot reader on, actually she wasn't even doing tarot, so I guess it was just a channeled message on YouTube. And I got a download about a video that I could do, and the idea is very personal to me. It's not stuff that I normally would share with anybody besides my husband. He's the only one that really has these types of conversations with me, because I don't really have that many people in my life that understand the path that I'm on, or are even on a similar path that I am on currently. So it's I just don't really share that. I'm also kind of scared, not scared, but like kind of shy about sharing my spiritual side and, you know, the downloads and messages that I get and the synchronicities that I experience, because a lot of people think that stuff is fake, or they think it's weird, or whatever the case may be, whatever they might think about it. I just haven't really met people that have given me the vibe that they're into stuff like that. So anyways, without continuing to yap on about that, I am going through a very transformative time in my life. There's a lot of changes going on. I am implementing new foundations in my life, cutting some bad habits out that are no longer aligned with the path that I'm on. And so I want to say, like, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was feeling very heavy, just mentally very heavy. And when I feel like that, I like to stare out, like out the window, or, you know, at the sky or whatever. So I came to my car's in my garage, and I opened the garage and I just sat in this seat, which is ironic. I just thought about it now. I've made quite a few videos sitting in this seat. Maybe this is my thing. And so I sat in this chair and looked straight out my front window of my car, because we live in front of a park, and it's like, the part that I'm at is not where the playground is. It's just like a whole bunch of grass and trees. So I was staring out at that and just letting whatever thoughts and feelings are coming through to me, allowing me to feel them and allowing them to pass. And maybe about like 15 to 20 minutes of me sitting there in silence, this big tree in front of me, I see what looks like a falcon swoop into the tree. And these other two, they're called, I think they're called blue magpies, something like that. I had looked it up. They're really pretty birds. And as the falcon swooped into the tree, there was two of those birds, the magpies, chirping, whatever noise that they make, super loud, and like flying and like trying to go attack that falcon that flew in there. And they kept going. It's happened for a few minutes, and I'm like, yo, that falcon is like in their nest is trying to take one of their baby birds or an egg. I don't know. I think it was a baby bird though, because after a few minutes of it swooping, the two other birds swooping down trying to protect their nest, I see the falcon fly out, and fly into the tree next to it over here, which is an even bigger tree. And as it's flying, I can see it's holding on to something. Something is dangling in its talons. And those birds follow the falcon into that tree, and it's quiet for a few minutes. I'm like, damn, that was so crazy to witness. And then the only reason I knew it was a falcon was because at first when it flew into the tree, I could only kind of see the colors of it. I couldn't tell exactly what kind of bird it was. But then after it flew to the next tree, a few minutes passed, like I said, and it flies out. This time it's chasing the magpies out. I could clearly see that it was a falcon. And then it goes and flies away, right? And I went to go, I need to Google it again so I don't butcher this. Okay, so I had to Google it because obviously, being the person that I am, I know that there's a meaning behind everything. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, right? So I had Googled the spiritual meaning behind a falcon, witnessing a falcon taking and eating a baby bird. And it had explained something along the lines of the falcon coming in so abruptly like that can signify quick changes happening in your life. And also the baby bird being taken and eaten could signify certain things in your life needing to be taken out, needing to be dropped, needing to be cleared out of your life. And the transformation part of aspect of it, from what I can grasp, I can understand, I would say is these necessary, they may seem harsh and intense tower moments, changes happening in your life are necessary for you to move on and move to this next phase of your life. Like there's outside forces outside of you causing these changes to happen so that you can transform and move forward, rise higher in consciousness, whatever the case may be. And this is like, I always get flustered when I try to explain what I'm thinking in my head because it makes so much sense in my head. But I hope that that made sense. And I wanted to share that because that is one of many synchronistic things that have happened in my life. And it always seems to amaze me every single time that it happens. And it's still not, it's normal to me, but I still feel like the rush of energy from it. And I thought that was so cool that I witnessed that happening. Because it wasn't just kind of like a message you saw on a sign or something, or an angel number that you see, which I'm not trying to downplay those synchronicities, but I think it's so cool, my ability to witness something like that and understand that that was synchronistic to something in my life. If that makes sense. I don't know, man. I'm still working on this shit. I'm trying to bring out what's in me, to express and share with other people so I can meet a beautiful community of people that are like-minded and are into similar things that I'm into. Because honestly, that's really what I want to create here on my YouTube channel, is a sense of community and like-minded people that help each other through whatever phases of life that they're in, help them rise higher and elevate themselves in their lives. Because I've never experienced that. I've never experienced a community, or what feels like a community. And my family is very small. Both of my parents are only children, so I don't have any aunts, uncles, or cousins. Okay. My little tight, and my father's not in the picture. The stepfather that I had is not in the picture. My relationship with my mother can be rocky at times. Me and my sisters aren't super close. We're cool, but we're not super close. So it's like, it's just me, my husband, and my daughter. And we have his family too, but like I said, nobody's like super close like that. So, yeah, I would love to find a community that I feel safe in, and that supports me, and I can support that community as well and help them feel safe. So yeah, that's all I got for today. I need to go into this gym and do some cardio. So I will see you guys in the next video.